Hello, my lovely patrons. So I did another one and I was recording it for you. I got most of it in, but my camera ran out. So I missed a portion of this in the middle. I apologize. But because we've already kind of gone through this on how to do the petals, that's really the part that I missed. So I think you already know how to do that. So I think you'll be all right. So I'm starting with a background. Now I have done a couple of these now. This one I'm going to wet the paper first. I'm using my Fabriano paper. I've got just a squirt bottle here of fresh water. Still using that same number 8 round brush by Princeton. And we're just going to pop in some yellow. I'm just kind of scribbling it all over the page. This is part of this fun loose stuff that I was telling you about. Now, sometimes we take so much time in creating something, and by putting it either on a card or maybe some inexpensive paper, if you're just kind of playing around, this is super fun. Now I am using the good paper, but it does hold the colors quite well. And I ended up taking this painting and I'm going to make it my holiday Christmas card. I couldn't decide on the first poinsettia, which was more realistic, but still loose, or this one, which is super festive by the time we're done. So I played around with the colors of the yellow. I've got a little bit of the cad yellow in here, a little bit warmer version. I started off with that brighter lemon yellow, but I'm thinking softer. And again, I'm just playing with the colors here, moving things around. I want to leave a little bit of white space, I'm thinking initially, but I don't know. Again, part of play is you don't know what you're doing until you kind of follow where your paints take you or your water takes you. So we're going to add a little bit of green to this now. And I'm playing around with the greens. I didn't like that real bright, vibrant green, so I'm going with a more muted olive green. And again, see how I just mix them in there? I'm just tossing them in, adding a little bit of blue. And this is what I often do with my paints. I don't usually go in directly with colors a lot of times when I'm free flowing. I just mix and match until I kind of go, oh, yeah, I like that, or I don't like that. So we're looking at some background leaves here. We like that blue, add like a little teal to it. And again, popping them in there so they're not super defined. This is all really wet into wet, mixing it with some of the yellow. So I got another shade of green in this one. So lots of different values going on, lots of different colors. Now, if you take a look at the one on YouTube, I kind of did a similar thing, but I started with the flower first and then I went in with the background. So this is a little bit different. I'm doing the background first. I'm going to paint the flower on top of that. So now I'm deciding, do I want to add a little bit of that red-orange now, or do I want to wait? So I'm mixing the color. I'm going to test it on here. Let's just pop it in here. See how bright it is by putting it on top of the yellow. Now remember, this is going to move because this is all wet. So this is not, I can always change this, and this is kind of why I do this while it's wet, because if I want to go with something a little bit sharper and clearer on the top, I can easily do that once it's dried. So this is where I forgot, and I didn't record me painting the berries or painting the red leaves. But again, we've done that a number of times, so I think you're pretty comfortable with just the main shape. So now I'm going in, this has been dried, I'm going in with another little smaller leaf around here. And remember, I did not draw this out, so this poinsettia is not perfect. I'm not even sure how many petals they have, but I'm just playing. So it's nothing to worry about. It doesn't have to look exactly like a real one. So again, popping in a few other little petals in there, and it's still looking a little sparse out there, so I decided to add another layer. Now I've got something a little bit more darker. The pigments are a little heavier, as you can tell I've gone to the third layer now of this because you got the first layer where it was really, really light. I went back in with a little bit darker value. Now this one is even darker. So you can still see some of that transparency underneath there where I didn't go in too deep because I was not really committed yet. And at this point, I did not like this one. I did not like the shape of it. So I'm kind of playing around. And I have to tell you, I watched another artist and I thought what she said was just fabulous. She said, the difference between me and other people is if I don't think of it as failure, she said, I think of it as learning. and I'm learning how to fix things. And I went, oh my goodness, that's what I do all the time. I always feel like I'm fixing things. And I think that's, as artists, that's how we get better and better, is by learning how to fix things. If it doesn't work out, if something kind of goes awry or array, or what's the word? goes goes crazy. I'm going to add some splatter to this one now, just some white gouache or white bleed proof Doc Martens. But I wanted to keep touching up on, the fixing. I always call it play, and where I'm not too worried about it, but she just calls it fixing things. So if you have a plan, go for the plan, and then if it doesn't work out, think of it as an exercise on how to fix something. And I guess I do that a lot. It's more intuitive for me. I sometimes get frustrated with my paintings, and I'm sure that you do too. Let me know down below if you find that a lot of times you'll throw things away. Because I tell you, don't do that. Keep it. Kind of go back with it and see what you can make out of it. Because it does takes all of that pressure off. If you've got something that is not something you're happy with and you were going to toss it in the garbage, or you felt like you wanted to toss it, right? There's no harm. You can have at it and learn to kind of work around things. And so that's where I got to this point. Didn't really like it all that much. Kind of like, and again, I wasn't looking at anything. I didn't draw it out. I just wanted to do something fairly quickly, simple. And I absolutely loved this one by the time I was done, because I continued on. I didn't give up, and I learned what I could do. So I know for me, pen and ink always saves my paintings when I have either my values aren't correct, or I've gone too dark, or I've overworked something. Especially it's easy to do that with watercolor. Pen and ink is always my savior, and I use that a lot in the Make Time to Create videos, you'll see, because you're rushing and you're not waiting for things to dry. But boy, have I learned some skills by doing that. So a little bit of pen work here. I did wait for that white to dry, splatter that I had done, and I just did a little splatter on there. I do like the black, but because I'm thinking more festive as I'm looking at this and I'm drawing with the black, I know I'm going to go back over this with some gold, just because this wasn't quite cutting it. It wasn't vibrant enough for me. And this is where I start to have a lot of fun, because again, I've gone past that stage where, oh, I like it, I'm just starting out, and to the part where I'm like, oh, I'm really not happy with this. It's not going in the direction that I want it to go in, to now, ooh, okay, well, this pen work is kind of working for me. I think I might do a little bit more pen work. I did the splatter. I made the berries. I circled the berries. They weren't perfect either, and I knew I didn't want to be perfect. I just was playing, so I didn't want to, spend all that time. This whole thing takes me 15 minutes to do, roughly. I realize on this one, I've got my lines going the wrong way, so I don't care. I just put in the green lines right over it. Do you even notice the black? I don't know. By the time I'm done, maybe not. We're not going for perfection. We're just going for playtime. Going back in with some red now and doing the same thing with some of those leaves. So this is just the messy fun. I cover up stuff sometimes. If I don't like it, it doesn't matter. I pretend it's not even there. It's like, oh, okay, I didn't do that. So I like how this is coming together. I am going to put some green in the center, just to give it another little color. Anywhere I want to just make it a little darker, maybe on one side for a highlight. And then I decided to go back in with a little bit more color down below for a darker image down below, and I left the light up at the top. And then finally, I grabbed my gold pen and just went over everything that I currently had in there with a little bit of gold using the Uniball pen, even in the berries. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one, kind of behind the scenes. I wish I'd captured the whole thing for you, but it wasn't meant to be a tutorial initially anyway. It was just me having fun. I hope it inspires you, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but happy holidays. And here's the card I made from that one.